Sri, founder of JobSurge, and we help India's top 5% professionals. We have Pratik today. We have been working with Pratik since last 2 months, and we've seen very good results in terms of interview calls, conversions, and final rounds and offer as well. So, hi Pratik, how are you doing?
Yeah, hi, I'm doing good.
Let's start quickly with your introduction. So, if you can, tell audience that about a short, very short introduction.
Hello, I'm Pratik. I work as a digital marketing manager in a Pune-based agency.
How many interviews did you get when we started working together?
Till now, I have given around 8 interviews in last
Wow.
3 months.
8 interviews in such a competitive market. What has been your
Yeah.
strategy?
So the first thing I did, I completely restructured my resume to highlight my best impact points throughout my last 6 years of career. Not just tasks, but I use some measurable metrics like have increased the ROI by 40%, I have reduced the cost per lead by 30%. And the platform helped me, insights helped me to fix the phrasing and highlight numbers. That alone doubled my recruiter reach.
Super. That's really good to hear. And Pratik, tell us that what are the mistakes that you avoided when applying? Might be doing certain mistakes because of which calls were not coming. Were there any mistakes
Yeah.
that you avoided when actually things started to happen?
Yeah, definitely. There are a lot of mistakes which happen during this process. Like if you think your experience, but thinking experience speaks for itself, but it doesn't. Like recruiter scans for numbers, tools, the outcome that you have generated in your career. The years doesn't matter, but the impact points do matter. So that's the important thing that you have to sell your impact, not your tenure.
Very good. You have been networking as well, right? So, what are the mistakes that usually a digital marketer with experience would make when applying to jobs? Like they apply for too many jobs, or how does that happen? Because it's a very competitive market, and once you lose an opportunity, then it's difficult to generate those calls as well.
Definitely. So, I believe people start apply for every job out there, no, Naukri.com or any other platform. They just don't realize where exactly their potential is, where their strong points, or where they can fit. Because digital marketing consists of a lot of micro, what we can say, the micro jobs inside.
Correct. And which job portals, helped you in terms of getting jobs? Let's say we have LinkedIn, we have Naukri, we have IM jobs, right? So where do you see, where did most of the traction come from?
All three platforms that I have worked on, like Search has its own platform, LinkedIn, Naukri.com as well. All three platforms, I can say I can give my credit to all of them because from everywhere I received the interview calls. Search helped me to optimize my Naukri profile. Before that, I had around 250 or something searches and only 3 to 4 recruiter actions.
Mhm.
But after I did my optimization with the Naukri profile, I updated everything. I used to do some techniques to daily optimize my profile. So that right now I have around 2000 searches and around 150 to 240 recruiter actions.
Crazy. I think,
Yeah.
I remember we worked together in terms of setting your Naukri profile first. And, whenever I see those kind of numbers, it really reflects on the kind of optimization that we have done. And really happy in terms of we are seeing these kind of results, right? So, one more
Yeah.
question, Pratik, is that how much does someone with, let's say, 5-year experience in digital marketing, typically in the agency background, I understand, there can be
Exactly.
service-based companies, agencies, companies. So what is the salary of
Yeah.
someone who has 5 years of experience?
I would say it's between 8 to 15 LPA. Completely depend on what kind of path you had in your career. Like the performance marketers, the growth managers, where your impact speaks a lot, usually hit higher because they drive the revenue directly. Search help me to benchmark my expectation realistically before the negotiations.
Okay, super. We'll come to the negotiation part as well. But in general, you say that it's around 8 to 15 lakhs per year is something that
Exactly.
someone with 5 years of experience can expect. Of course, it depends in terms of which agency you work in. So there are high-end agencies as well, which pay better, like media houses as well. But this kind of ballpark figure, I would. So
There's also one catch I would say. If you're working with a very difficult technology like Google Ads, programmatic part, so your pay scale would be much higher as compared to normal digital marketing or just social
it also depends on the skills. It also depends on what
skill
type
set.
of experience you bring. So,
Yeah.
we just wanted to know typically how does the interview happen in terms of a digital marketer? So, example, how does the rounds happen? We have done a lot of assignments as well, which companies ask
Yeah.
for. If you can brief a little in terms of the interview process that typically is happening right now.
So the first thing after you apply, you'll get a call from where she will ask you for your basic details and she will ask if you got 10-15 minutes to complete the basic round where they will take all your experience and your skill set and everything. And after once you pass that basic HR test, she will schedule an interview with her technical team. So someone from technical, a senior technical person who is going to interview you. It's gonna be around 35 to 40 minutes of interview. Well, they'll ask deep questions regarding fundamentals, regarding the KPIs, regarding your experience with different type of clients, the how did you bring the results. Sometimes it's gonna be analytical as well. They're gonna ask you some analytical question where you're gonna do some math in your head and present the answer. Once you finish the technical part, if they are satisfied with your technical interview, they will give you one assignment. So assignment is a very important part in the process of in this interview process, particularly with the digital marketing field. So in this assignment, they'll give you one project or one campaign, and they will ask you to create a craft a perfect strategy, a go-to-market strategy, or a complete 360 marketing strategy. And after that, there's gonna be one more round, which is gonna be you have to explain the presentation or the report you have created with that assignment. And after that, if it's required by their agency, then they will also move you to the client round. But it's not every time happens. It depends.
Correct. And you talked about an assignment. What typically
Yeah.
is the assignment? If you can share some light in terms of that, can someone who is preparing for this assignment, what can be the typical questions and how to approach these assignments?
The assignment they give you around 2 days to prepare for the assignment. Within the 2 days, you have to completely go through the what exactly assignment means, what they want. They want a strategy or they want the results from that. Like what exactly the goal behind that assignment.
So can you
So
share a couple of examples of the assignments that you have received?
okay, that the recent assignment I have did is for a forex company situated in Dubai. The assignment was I have to craft an 360 marketing campaign
Hmm.
for this agency. I have to find out their audiences, find out where exactly the customer is located, and all the details to craft a perfect GTM strategy. So for that assignment, I have used some tools like Facebook Insights, like LinkedIn Insights, the tools like SimilarWeb, where we can find out audience, the details, the traffic coming in. We can find out everything about that particular website. In this assignment, I have presented a lot of things about their client, how much traffic they are getting, how much time people are spending, from which countries they are getting the audience, and these are very impressive skills that every client can look for.
Perfect, perfect. And then once you submit the assignment, what happens as a part of the next process?
So after that, they will schedule one interview and they ask you to explain the assignment in brief. They just want to know your mindset behind that assignment, how you solved it, how you thought about this. They want to explore the thought process and how good you are understanding the client.
Okay, got it. Pratik,
Yeah.
there are two types in interview. What is happening today is that you use AI in terms of the assignment, learning, and everything. And then there are some candidates who are using AI during the interview as well. What are your thoughts on this?
I use the AI for assignment part because sometimes we need a lot of restructuring things that should be done in assignment. I use the AI for ideation, but during the interview, I strictly not used it because in nowadays interviewers are very smart. So during the first three interviews, I believe it happened like when they asked me they asked me a question. Uh, even if you can type it, then the chat gpt will load. They will not wait for that much time, the typing and the answer. It will take around 6 to 7 seconds to type, and actually chat starts to give you answer. So the interviewers are very smart, so they don't wait for you more than 5 to 6 seconds. If they think you are taking too much time for thinking, then they'll definitely skip the question and they will move ahead.
How do you use AI in terms of your day-to-day work as well? Example, some digital marketeers use for content modification and stuff. How do you use AI?
I usually use two tools, AI tools in my daily work, ChatGPT and Gemini. I use ChatGPT for campaign ideation, crafting strategies, modifications, betterments, improvements. Ad copy testing is also one of the part I use. They can help you for the ideation. The final touch completely depends on your experience.
Got it. It's
And
more of
also,
validating your, hook or validating your ad copy rather than the AI creating it from scratch.
yeah,
Pratik, in the initial interviews when you were, not selected, what analysis did you
yeah,
do? You being very good at interviews afterwards, right? Because we've seen the journey, right?
yeah,
In the initial
exactly.
interviews, things didn't happen as you wanted, right?
My first interview and the recent interview, I saw a huge difference in my answers, the way I'm attending the interviews, the way I'm answering, my communication, my tonality. One of the recruiters told me that my answers were too tactical. So I fixed that by focusing on strategic thinking. And that tweak made all the difference in my next interviews.
There might be times when you get a lot of rejections as well. How do you handle those rejections? Because job search now has become a very tedious process. How do you handle those things wherein you're not selected? You're constantly searching, looking out for job, but nothing is coming.
When you are desperately looking for a good job. It happened first time when I was very close to cracking the interview, and because of just 3 to 4 questions, I got rejected in that interview. I cleared all the previous round, and during the final round, it happened. But the frustration pushed me to rebrand my resume on LinkedIn. Obviously, guidance from job.
I've worked for 6 straight years in one agency, and then it was a big gap in terms of interview preparation or giving interviews. What was your reaction when you first got the offer letter?
I got a huge relief. Actually, honestly, during the process, you'll face many rejections, and rejections from the companies where you actually feel like you're the best fit for that company. After the offer letter, huge relief and a validation. Your confidence bounced back again. The months of calls and rejection, it felt like the dots are getting finally connected. Sometimes you just go through that offer letter 3 to 4 times a day just to make sure it's a real, it's true. And obviously, jobs was the first place I shared the news.
That's superb and really great
Yeah.
to know, right? What would you suggest someone who is stuck in the job search loop, especially coming from a marketing background or digital marketing background? Suggestions you would give them in terms of the entire job search, how they should proceed? Because today everyone talks about resume, but resume is not just the only thing. Today you have AI, you have Chat, Gemini, all those tools, and creating a good resume, everyone can do it. But the crux is like how can you convert from resume to your first call? What would you give suggestion who's looking out for a job or stuck in the current job?
In marketing field, what I would exactly say that no recruiter care about your skill set or what certifications you did or what skills you're bringing on the table. They just want you to know how well you understand the complete marketing process. Even if you don't have a major impact, you have to explain it in the right way. Even if it's a small impact, you have to present how you exactly made that impact. That exactly thing matters when you are applying in digital marketing. If you can show some tangible results, the offer are gonna be for the offer.
I think it's more about talking the impact points, bringing those impact points on the resume and during the interview process as well. What is the most
Yeah.
important skill that you see all the interviewers are asking about?
The most important skill I would say, in terms of if you it definitely depend on which kind of job you are applying for. If it's a performance marketing, they're gonna ask you how good is your math with the bidding. The bidding strategies are very important when it comes to performance marketing. uh, the automation part, the understanding of social media is important when it comes to the digital marketing part. So it completely depends on what kind of profile you are applying. The skill, the most important skill in any of this job is how can you explain uh, technically that how you made the impact in your last.
But Meta or Google, what is the most hot skill today in the market?
Definitely, both skills are very important. But I guess there are a lot of people who are more aware and who have a knowledge about Meta. And Google Ads is one of the rare skill set to find among today's candidates. So I guess learning Google Ads is very important.
You're saying that Google Ads can be a very important skill for someone who's looking out for a job because that is a rare skill when compared to Meta. Pratik, so how does the notice period, right, like thing work?
Every interview I have given, every HR ask me to join immediately. Even if I have said I have a notice period of 15 days, but they keep insisting me on joining as soon as possible, like as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I think we have also seen a similar trend across not just the candidates we work with. So, there's
Yeah.
an urgency in terms of HRs asking you to put down your papers and join as soon as possible. But in the similar ways, we've also seen candidates with 90 days of notice period getting through it. One quick question, Pratik. You have gone for face-to-face interviews as well. What is the difference that you thought was when it was online versus face to face? So, were online interviews easier when compared to face to face?
Face-to-face interviews, it's actually much easier than online interviews because the interviews in a virtual interviews always going to be skeptical about your answers that are you using an AI tool or something like that. Even if you could give a good answers, be face to face, the HRs or anyone who is taking the interview is much more comfortable with you. They know they you are giving an honest answers. So definitely face to face interviews are much easier as compared to the virtual interviews.
Okay, that's a very good insight because a lot of candidates prefer online interviews, but we also have similar
Exactly.
experiences wherein face-to-face interviews give you uh, better results than the online interviews. I think there's a lot of buzz around AI SEO. Did you come across any job openings which were specifically around the AI SEO perspective?
I have applied to few of the SEO jobs, but honestly, I didn't possess any experience in my last 6 years. I do have, but it's very minimal. So I was not confident to apply for that SEO part because now SEO is kind of becoming a dead thing. It got evolved into the AIO and GEO. So the recruiters are mostly focusing on those skills.
Yeah, my question was around whether did you come across these AI geo openings?
There are a lot of jobs listed on that particular profile, but I haven't applied actively.
Okay. How was your overall experience with JobSurge? We initially discussed, I remember it's been 2.5 months about your candidature, and we've also talked about other results.
I'm grateful that I have been in contact with JobSurge. It helped me identify right openings, not just random listings, the resume feedback, mock preparation, where I got clarity where I was falling short. I think without JobSurge, this would not have been possible at all. I think it truly made the job hunt feel structured. Every cause my every interview is being analyzed. The every answer I given was analyzed. It was corrected, and I feel that with the each interview I have leveled up.
That's great to know. We've seen that kind of transition as well in your case, and that's why we thought that it can be a very candid discussion with you in terms of the overall job market, how it is going, because you have been actively looking out, you have got very good results. Someone who was searching initially, but traction was really low. I think that's why we
Yeah,
thought that it can be a very good discussion with you. Thank you so much, Pratik, for your time, and we wish you all the best.
definitely.